Hey guys, good morning. It is Vlogmas day 1, and my Vlogmas day 1 did not quite turn out exactly like I thought it was going to. I normally get up before 7 and I make my coffee first thing, and I work on my blanket, read my Bible. The house is quiet. It's still dark right now, and like when I wake up that early. And for some reason, I don't think my alarm went off very well. I definitely need a new phone. It's an older phone, and sometimes it just doesn't go off. And so I woke up well past 8:30. So yeah, I mean, I guess my body needed sleep. It's good, but just not quite what I was thinking. And then, so now I have about 30 minutes until my daughter is coming over for coffee, which I'm so excited about. And then after that, you guys, it is our Azure pickup day. And I've never brought you guys along with me to Azure pickup. If you don't know what Azure is, it is like a buying club basically. And so you order all of your items online. They have pet items, household items, refrigerated, freezer, pantry, skincare, vitamins, kind of everything. And I think even like most, if not all, is either natural or organic. Some of the prices are phenomenal. Some of the prices are just average, but I haven't found anything that is weirdly expensive at all. So anyways, so our Azure drop, you order online all of these things that you need, then your cutoff is like on one day, and then you pick it up on another day. And you guys, we literally like pull into a parking lot, the truck unloads, and then you pick up your items and you go, and that's it. It feels a little janky, but it is super legit. And the items, like, I've not been disappointed with many items that I've bought from there. It's usually like a 10 out of 10. I even buy like toilet paper there. Isn't that funny? But anyways, so we have Azure drop today. So I'm excited that I still get coffee with my daughter, but I just don't get my coffee Bible reading, knitting time this morning. So if you guys have just recently followed me within this last year, I normally don't come on camera without makeup and without doing my hair and all of that, but that's what Vlogmas is. Vlogmas is real life. So you're gonna see me without makeup, you're gonna see me without my contacts in, you're gonna see the mess of my house and the mess of the daily life, but then also lots of really great fun things as well. So welcome to Vlogmas day 1. I'm super excited to be here, even if it wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to go this morning. It's just what real life is. So I'm going to go quickly get ready because I won't have time after my daughter comes to get ready before our Azure drop, and I have to be there early. So welcome, you guys. Azure pickup time. I love Azure pickup. It is so fun, you guys. So I'm hoping that I take you guys along with me when the truck pulls up, and I just want to be respectful of the other people that are there to pick up, and they probably don't want to be filmed. So we'll just kind of see what happens here. But I'm super excited to take you guys along with me. So I get there pretty early just in case the truck shows up early. And I brought, of course, my knitting. But we had a wonderful, wonderful time with my daughter this morning, having coffee and playing a game. It's a new to us game called Flip 7. It's mean, it feels like gambling, but there's no money or no gambling, but you're gambling away with your points. Like you keep collecting points until you double up on a card, and then all your points are gone. So it's super fun. It's kind of been the game that we've all been wanting to play lately, and you have to have 3 or more people to play it. So when there's 3 or more of us, we tend to play that game right now. So, all right, you guys, I will see you at Azure.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time. It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding.
Okay, so I am sitting here working on my sock, and I am on the last row before I go and get some work done, but I have finished on both of these socks. Well, this is the last row. So I'm finishing 2 repeats on each sock, which is 6. There are 6 row repeats, which means I've done 12 rows on each of my effing socks. So I'm just about done here, but It's been such a nice little break. I feel like today's one of those days, and I think especially since I slept for a couple extra hours this morning. My husband is already home from work, and I was just telling him, I'm like, I just feel like I wasted 2 hours today. But we both agree, like, clearly my body needed to rest, so that's okay. But yeah, so I just don't feel like my day has been as productive as it could have been by any means, but I'm not upset about it. So these are, let me just get a little bit farther around before I show you guys. But yeah, I'm in the groove now of this pattern. I don't know if you guys feel that way when you start a new pattern, especially on socks. I feel like I have to look at the pattern pretty intently at first, like every row. And then you get a couple repeats in and it just starts jiving with you. Now this one here, like I said, it's a 6-row repeat. And I kind of feel like at any given time, I would want to do like the entire 6-row repeat if I'm sitting down to work on these socks, because there's like row 1 and 3 are the same, and then row 5 is a different version of row 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. So I just kind of feel like maybe if I didn't do all 6, that I might get a little bit lost in the pattern, thinking like, okay, was this row 1, was this row 3? And I could definitely figure it out. I know how to read my knitting, but I don't know, that's just kind of what I think. I think it would be best to just do 6 rows at a time, or 12 or 18 or 24, etc. But here is where I'm at with both of the socks. Excuse me, I'm kind of thinking that I need to just go ahead and weave these ends in, since there's a few of them. That always happens when I do a little pop of color here. It's, you know, it just kind of gets fiddly because there's so many ends just right there. One of these is actually already woven in. I did the kind of weave in as you go method. But look at these cute little progress markers, or progress keepers. Progress keepers. I have a red one and a green one. That was adorable. And I can pop some of those up in my shop. They're not currently in my shop, but I could definitely pop some up in my shop for you guys. They were something that I had in a kit last year, but since it's been a year, I don't mind popping those up in the shop for you guys, because I do have some extras. But I'm happy with my progress on these, and so I'm actually going to go and edit yesterday's vlog. I did a day 0 vlog, which you guys will have already seen by now, hopefully. So I'm going to go and edit that, and while I edit it, I will be working on these socks. So let's go, you guys. So I wanted to pop on real quick and tell you guys what's going on. So my husband and I have a freeze dryer that we got several years ago, and it is basically to preserve food. It's different than a dehydrator. The freeze dryer, think astronaut food. It sucks out all the moisture
out of the food. And I'm not quite sure how, but it all kind of comes out puffy and very light and airy. What we have done here is we are preserving Meyer lemons. Our tree fell over in a storm, and we have buckets and buckets and buckets of lemons. So my husband made a puree, took off most of the rind, and juiced them, the seeds and all, which have a lot of nutritious properties to them. This was the first time that we did lemons like this, so there was a little trial and error in figuring out the best way to put them in jars. Our plan for these is to add them to smoothies or health shots for probably the next year. All right, you guys, this is take 2 because I've already filmed this once, but it filmed the wrong side. So anyways, just wanted to pop on one last time for the evening. It is probably about 11:30 now and the house is asleep. So if I'm talking a little quietly, that's why. But I filmed this about 40 minutes ago and then realized that it didn't film correctly. So I just wanted to pop back on here and actually show you guys what I did today for my sock knitting. So this is how far I've gotten. I'm a little bit farther on this one than this one, which is okay. I want to show you guys how I'm keeping track because this pattern does need a little bit of documenting, I guess, especially when I'm doing it while I am editing vlogs and podcasts and all of that kind of thing. So you guys, I have designed this amazing product that I call a pattern tracker, and there are lots of different ways to use these little post-it notes, but they're actual post-it brand. It is a design that I've come up with on my own, and I have these in my shop. They're actually pretty inexpensive considering that you get 50 sheets. But how I have done it here is, so I'm going to hold my hand on this side because I've written out the quick little pattern notes for each row. But basically I have a red little tree progress keeper on that one and a green one on this, on the other one. So I have green and red, and then row like 1 through 6 is one sock, and then 7 through 12 is the other sock. And I keep track, so I just mark it off as I go down the rows, and that way I can go back and forth between socks but still document very quickly where I'm at, so when I pick it back up it's just right there and I know exactly where I'm at in the pattern. But there's lots of different ways that I use these. This is just one of those ways. I use them when there are like lace repeats or cable repeats, that type of thing. I use these on amigurumi projects to mark my rounds and that type of thing. I'll even like write all over these notepads, or I'll like block out a section if I know I'm just like knitting straight for a certain amount of rows, or like the amigurumi, you know, you have like so many rows where you just are crocheting straight before you do your decreases. So like I'll put a block around those rows so I know when I get to the end of that little block that I've blocked out, then I know I need to start looking at the pattern again. But they come in so handy, and like I said, there's 50 of them in the pack, so pretty inexpensive for what you're getting. They'll probably last you a year. I would assume they last me a long time. So okay, a little plug for those pattern trackers just because I love them so much. You guys, this was a great Vlogmas day 1. I am really looking forward to Vlogmas day 2. I did not do the puzzle today, and my son didn't do his advent today either, which is some of the Trader Joe's chocolates, just because he was hardly home all day. So, and when I was home, he wasn't home, and vice versa. So we'll just have to play catch up tomorrow. I'll open up the my stash vent day 1, although I did not even work on my blanket at all today. So I'm kind of behind because he picked out a color for me to start or like to do before Advent. I just didn't get a whole lot of knitting time in today, and I really thought I was going to knit a lot more. But between waking up late and then our Azure drop and filming and editing, I just didn't quite get everything that I wanted to knit done today. But that's okay. Maybe I can spend a little bit more time tomorrow playing catch up. I have a Pilates class in the morning tomorrow morning, so unless I wake up early and on time, I won't get any knitting time in the morning. But I'm hoping I can wake up early enough to still have my coffee and Bible reading, because I didn't get to do that today. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed day 1 of Vlogmas, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.